Hello everyone and welcome back to Mech Engineer as we are continuing our journey through the blasted hellscape that is the Earth, unfortunately. I was very chipper about that. That's what happens when you watch an optimist. I don't know. In any case, in the last episode we were able to accomplish a few things. We were able to kit out our troops more effectively with the advent of lasers. We fitted out the urban mech with some additional engines as well as I want to say it's a nuclear power plant actually. And we got some really nice level ups here for our troops as well as T2, Team 2 is very competent right now. So very nice place to be as far as I am concerned. As well, we also maxed out the capacity of District 56. So we should be able to produce a bunch of new things relatively quickly. And as you can see right here, we are in fact producing a brand new mech, which is super awesome. So in the last episode here, I do want to get onto that third generation of engine. That's going to be pretty important here as we're kind of moving through. We do have drones being completed in the next day. Same thing with cabins 4 and 5. So I think 35 plus 25 is going to be 60 in total, plus 13 should be enough to get our third generation engine started. The sooner we get that done, the better. Probably the same is true for some of these things like the energy shield booster or, I actually don't know. I'm assuming these are all just different engine types, so we probably want to get started on those as quickly as possible. I'll be interested to see what comes out of this. And then also, I'm expecting that we're getting additional production here for different mechs. So we probably will need to pop into the Hollow Mech. It's a special underwater exploration mech, which is interesting. So 4 guns, 6 armor, 36 impact resistance, and 95 water resistance. Comparatively, this thing has 20 heat resistance, 26 impact resistance, 3 guns, 1 armor. So this is objectively a little bit better, but it is, I'm assuming, going to be very expensive, and then it also has a very good water resistance, so very valuable there. Other than that, though, in the last episode, I think we had finished off a couple different things. We did have that, and we have clues. We have no parts. We have 1 part here, 1 part here. So we are going to need to, at some point, go across the narrow sea, so to speak, if that is possible at all. The other thing that we might have to deal with is, let's see, we might have to refit some of the reactors here, and actually, it might be worth doing some of that right now. Are these all nuclear reactors? They are. Shoot. Okay, there's some regular ones. So it might be worth putting some reactors out here that have more of an external resistance. So let's see. What if we do that? Ooh, nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. I guess that doesn't really make a difference, right? Because it needs the other stuff here. So resistance of literally nothing. Why is that? I'm curious. Neutral resistance. Okay. See, if we go up here. Ah, interesting. So resistance has only one direction. So if we move this, I see it multiplies physically. The resistance is provided here for the internal and external. So if we move this, we should get a little bit of both. No, we don't actually. Interesting. All right, well, color me surprised here, but I think that's going to be. We're gonna put this out here. So these are going to be our internal. Nope, not the one I wanted. Let's drop this. Max temperature of 190. Interesting. Now I'm curious though, what do our nuclear reactors look like? External resistance. We drop that here and here. That's a 36, so actually not bad at all. However, a little bit extensive. And I mean, it has a weight of 80, which is problematic in and of itself. So I'm gonna have at least 4 engines. We'll keep 1 nuclear engine just in case we use, what you call it? Excuse me, I can't remember for the life of me what it is. We need to produce some more of these pistons and injectors. We'll have to deal with that. We'll deal with that at another time, though. But the intent of this being that we can start to send our troops into a little bit more of a dangerous position. I don't know necessarily how it's going to work out in terms of flexibility with their weapon systems, because we're currently built on the most effective weapon systems at the time. So, in any case, regardless of that, we are going to move... Let's see, so where can we get towns? There's a city down here. We probably want to go down here and then go as far as we can down and to the left. So let's go ahead and do that. We don't want to fight anything today. We have 1 more day on these. We have a bunch of research done, and in fact, we will have plenty of research to start on that. Okay, first off, I want to see. Repair shop, the old hangar. Redesign and auxiliary machines will reduce resource consumption. Ooh, that's very nice. Processor programs, additional ports wiring for all modules allow the use of special processor programs to change some dependencies. Requires a reactor for functioning. Interesting. Okay. That's going to take 14 days. So let's get that done as quick as we can, and then we can get on to whatever these are. Additionally, we have this that we wanted to get started on, and that leaves us with 78, which... See, what is this? Railgun amps, electronic mass accelerator. Smaller version of old anti-asteroid rigs. Damage potential increases with more power. Very cool, actually. So we're going to have overcharge done in 1 day, and we could actually take that as an opportunity. So we could get those railgun amps done, and that would be nice. Alternatively, if we wanted to get... darn it, underwater battle is too much. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll get that done in 2 days. Things will kind of stabilize there, and we'll go from that. Okay? Perfect. Now, the next thing that I wanted to do was take a look at... Repair, no, District 23. We had this thought yesterday. Okay, so let's get that done. So we do have 1 more day to max that out, and I think that, thanks to whoever commented on that again, that's going to be very valuable. So, let's go ahead and move our city down to the left and right, or left and down here. That will be good. Hopefully we can get in range of that, because that is what we wanted for the city. Is there anything that we can... hit right now? So that's way too hot. That is a volcano. No. Still can't fight that guy. All of these with rockets are kind of problematic. I'll tell you what, we may be able to take off this guy. So these guys, I did take a quick look in the bestiary here. They are resistant to thermal type weapons. So that's a problem. So then what we can do, potentially, is... First off, it doesn't really matter, but what I want to do is I want to take a look at tank here. We have a limited capacity of actually upgrading things here, because we only have 28 engineers, which is not a great place to be. But nonetheless, I'm thinking that what we can do is we can take a look at this... Is it the railgun that we wanted to attack? Or the cannon that we wanted to mess with? Or... Yeah, no. Let's go ahead and work on this one. Because what we really want to do is we want to make sure that they kill. Increase penetration. So we're at max penetration, which is good. What is... Do we have any engines that would provide additional capacity? Not necessarily. The alternative would be... If we take a look at this guy... Okay, so hold on. First off. So we're at 198 out of 201. So we're at low weight. So if we do this, and instead of doing that, we do this. So let's say far distance, right? You're relatively close, and you do have an armor penetration of 7, which means you can destroy those guys. You have an armor penetration of 8, which means you can also do that. So I think that's going to be good for you. So tank will get these new weapons here. And perfect. We have just enough engineers. So this is going to be tricky. I'm not confident that this is actually going to work out, but we're going to give it a shot. So T1S1 is going to go in tank. Laser burn. Do we have... So... I can't recall... I can't recall if any of these guys have... Okay, one of them does. Laser burn has a drill. Trigun 1, Irby, and Laser burn. Trigun 1 probably needs to be renamed too. Those guys have pretty much outlived their usefulness as far as naming conventions are concerned. So, here we'll do Irby. T1S1 will go on Laser burn. Trigun and tank here. We also have artillery. Artillery hasn't really been functional thus far, but that's okay. The other thing that I might want to consider is, so we have T1S2 is repair. Tank is speed up overheating. So none of those are relevant here. We do have, let's see, T2, S2, and T2, S1. Ah, that's the accuracy. So, accuracy by 30% may not be a bad thing either. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. So this tunnel is going to be utterly terrifying, but I think that we can do it. You know? Maybe. Let's give it a shot. Start with Irby. We will go with Trigun 1, tank, and laser burn in no particular order. Let's hope we can make it out alive. Slow down. All right. Okay, we have 2 Bruckus here. No, just... Yeah, just 1.
New position.
Alright, that one was quick. Oh, interesting guys coming from behind us. Color me surprised. Interesting, I was not expecting the ones from behind, truthfully. We have a little bit of damage on Trigun 1, but that's okay. The sooner we get this done, the better. Oh dear. Get out of there. Alright, so these guys I found are extremely resistant to kinetic, which is interesting. I was not prepared for that. So it looks like tank did take a fair bit of potentially like life damage, I think that is, but not any, what is it? I guess hull damage. I think it actually does a fair amount of like chunking you down. So let's keep moving. This guy, it does look like is going to be a pain in the butt, but on the plus side, we should be able to get there without too much of a concern as soon as we get these guys done. Now, the other thing, of course, that is concerning is that these guys are coming out from the back. Don't like that at all. This Bruckus here, we should probably take advantage of. So, everything that we're getting on this level is significantly improved in terms of results, which is great. It's just expensive.
New target.
Can we get that down? Oh dear.
New position.
Apparently we cannot get the Bruckus down. A lot of these guys. I do not like that at all. Alright, so this Bruckus is probably going to be running away, which means that we can potentially counteract it and at least get it here. It's a little bit dangerous what I'm doing, but we're hopefully not taking too much in terms of like long-term damage. There we go. And just on the off chance that we do have to run away, which I don't think is going to be a big issue, I'd like to maintain that. So there is actually a very significant problem of these guys constantly being spawned in locally. Don't like that at all. But it does appear that our troops are able to effectively get rid of the grabby boys. Okay, Bruckus is there. Let's see if I can change. That's good enough. Nice. Excellent. Here, you know, let's actually get over here. Oh, we missed one. Try and minimize the amount of damage we're taking and dealing to our mechs. Or, I don't know what that means. Minimizing the damage we're dealing to our mechs. But instead of that, how about minimizing the damage that we are allowing our mechs to take while simultaneously maximizing the damage we do to the others? Okay, we do want to give them some flexibility here. There are a few things I actually noticed about this game that maybe future updates could fix. Like the fact that that it appears that the sound constantly changes, but on restart at least anyway. And then on top of that, their free will meter does go down. I don't know if maybe that's intentional, and that could also be the case. And if that is the case, well then, that's on me. But all right, let's let this Bruckus come through. I don't know where that Bruckus is actually going to come through here, but we do want to take advantage of it. We have killed all the nests, which is phenomenal here. So hopefully no more big bads, which is good. Should just be the little guys. Alright, let's get down here. This one's going to try and run away, I can almost guarantee it. Minor amounts of damage on all three. The fourth one, not so much. Let's get the Bruckus. Come on. I know this is taking a little bit longer than a normal mission, but I think given the potential rewards, I think it's going to be absolutely worthwhile. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So we got guys floating around us here on one side and the other. But again, no more of the big bads, which is super nice. I'm really glad we're not fighting this in the storm. I think that would probably just make everything that much worse. May end up taking some damage here, but hopefully minimal. Only armor damage if we're lucky. And I think at this point we can probably go down to this direction. Oh, interesting. They have some random guys that spawn in a bad spot. Looks like number 4 and number 3 are getting stuck on pathfinding. Urban Mech is just absolutely chewing through everything, which is phenomenal. So what we're probably going to do here is we are going to wait over at, the outside of its flexible range, and then we will probably dash in and make a hit, a target. All right, let's go. There we go. And we get it done. Nice, look at that. Let's take over the enemy base, and we should be in a good spot. Look at that. That was a lot, not as bad as I thought. Let's put it that way. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Now, everyone did take a little bit of damage, and T1S2 got some pain, let's be honest here. But look at the amount of resources we found. 500 Scalinate, 370 Bunalon, 1,400 Bjorn, and 925 Metalite. So hopefully we don't lose too much. I also think that our guys probably did a pretty good job here. Explosive weapon efficiency nearly at 10%. We had the... Oh, hold on. What was the kinetic weapon? 0.02, that's okay. Anytime we have those, kind of makes sense. Energy weapon and kinetic weapon for Trigun was actually pretty darn good at 0.09 and 0.07, respectively in the opposite directions. Kinetic weapon here for tank was 0.02, and then laser burn kinetic weapon was not applicable, but explosive weapon was 0.12 and energy weapon was 0.05. Not bad. Those are improvements. 251 Metalite repair cost, which is not bad at all. I do think it's time to let T1S2 rest. We're going to probably take out T2S1 and let you busy unknown. Doing sports, there we go. We'll probably take one of someone like, I don't know, Donald or something. We'll take Joe. Joe's going to be our backup here for right now. But there we go. That is not so bad. All right, let's take a next day. So we have a new laser. We have some new components, which is phenomenal here. Our engineering crew. Let's see. We probably need to build some more of these pistons. So let's do that, and then we'll do 2 of each. Oh, we can't do 2 of each, I don't think. We'll do 1 of each. Scalinate. Why does everything cost so much Scalinate? And then we probably want... Can we get some backups? Yeah, we'll get a backup regular piston and a backup regular... whatever it is. I don't remember. Now, the other thing that I'm curious about... Wow, that is crazy. Control of 75 and... These are phenomenal. For 25 weight, that is absolutely a banger. Regardless of that fact, though, that's something we'll need to do as we get more engines, which, again, you know, speaking of engines, how much are engines? 20 engineers. Once we're done with the new urban mech, it'll be good. It will be good. Now, let's see. What did we completed 2 research things here. The anti-missile system and the overcharge. So that brings us up to 100 science. 2 less than what we need to start the new holo mech. However, neither here nor there. I'm thinking that we probably go ahead and... goodness. Do we wait? The heat drain is going to be 1 day. We're working on some other good stuff here. This is going to be 3 days, though. Let's do this, because that'll get 2 days down, and then we can do something else. So, number 23 here. Perfect. And then we are running a little bit low on components. Not in the sense that we're actually running low on components, but we don't necessarily have the capacity to make more right now. That's just right now, of course, but that is that. So, we need to move down 1. And then we probably... Oh, I really want to take that out, but 11 nests is almost impossible. And that, of course, is a volcano. That is a little bit hot, but these... Realistically, these guys, you know what? May not be a threat anymore. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Let's drop squad lead out in the background. We probably won't be able to do anything right now because of the engineering team's situation, but nonetheless, repair drone and CRAM fires nearest enemy missiles, uses kinetic type ammunition. Okay, very cool. And we have repair drones. Phenomenal. Let's see, how much does it cost? That doesn't answer my question. says 8. I don't know what that actually costs, though. Interesting. All right. Well, regardless of that fact, I guess we are in an interesting position. We could potentially clear this one out, or this one. Well, maybe not that one. So let's clear out what we can and go from there. So this one costs, or this one gives us additional Munilon, has 5 nests and 3 Bruckus. I think that's probably not a bad deal. So let's go with that. Let's continue to allow T1S2 to recover here, and then we will run probably with the same sortie. And actually, you know what? I'm curious. I am actually really curious if what happens if we drop. How do they attack? They attack using thermal weapons, right? Trying to entangle and drag itself. The jelly-like bond is able to withstand massive damage and regain its shape, but only a limited number of times. Tentacles are able to regrow in seconds and act again. I'm curious if that energy shield... I'm curious if the energy shield is going to be valuable here. So instead, maybe what we do is we transition... Oh, you know what? We could actually bring another guy here. How's that? Let's bring clone... Wait, who's actually close to leveling up here? Ellen? Let's bring 5 mechs in, to be honest. I just want to see how it goes. Now, the other thing is, this could very easily be a significant problem in the sense of it is a... Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. 171 skull in it. So, it could be a significant problem in the sense that it could be an enemy base, and if that's the case, that is problematic. But we will see. Now, what I'm seeing is it's in fact not an enemy base. So the primary focus here is going to be to capture those, or capture the Bruckus. That's the one. Looks like 4 and 5 are kind of a pain in the butt. So yep, and that is Joe and Joe and the other one. So unsurprising in any way.
Target.
Uh-oh.
Position.
Okay, we got 1 Bruckus down. That's good. Let's move through here. Second Bruckus is going to be right here. Let's try and take down that nest if at all possible, but the other thing that we want to do is focus on the Bruckus. Perfect, that one's down. Because I am wondering if, in fact, the... Oh, where's that other... Is that other Bruckus running away? Wait, where is it, actually? Or were there only 2? If there were only 2, that's on me. But it looks like there was a... Interesting. Maybe it ran away early on, because it does look like there are 2 turrets down there. I don't recall running into that. But in either case... Let's see, do we actually have a flexible range here? No, but we can go here. And by doing so, since we have established that we capture all the stuff here...
New target.
Let's try and drop this guy as much as possible. We can actually probably just run into it, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's go with that. Perfect.
Continue mission.
Alright, well, 2 Bruckus and whatever. I'm not necessarily disappointed with our results here. We did test the energy. I don't know that it actually made a difference because of how quickly we got rid of him, but still. T1SL is now rank 6, which is super nice. I do not know what that means. I think he gets a second ability, if I recall correctly, but we did get quite a few things here. So we did replace at least, I think, we only lost about half the Scalanet, which is okay. Let's go ahead and drop you here. What are you going to get as number 2? So you already have You already have reload time. So then let's do the speed of all mechs. Oh, it looks like you can pick multiple of these. Interesting. I think we're gonna go with speed for now. Joe and Ellen. Ellen, congratulations on the level up. Well done. I think Ellen will probably remain. Trigun, laser burn, and tank. Yeah. So minor, interesting, but we'll continue for now. Do we have anything else we want to do? No, we're still stuck on the other stuff. So I think the next step is actually just going ahead and hitting the next day. We have a bunch of machine parts, which is phenomenal. What do we want to level up next? We probably want to improve our life support systems, I think. Overall efficiency is not great, but it's getting better. It's getting better. So residential area. We could also, you know what, actually, we could increase the capacity of the communications center, which is increased by the mech hangar. The mech hangar increases damage and energy. And a fully repaired district reduces the number of hangars required to craft the first type of mech and allows mechs to do 2 missions per day. Well, let's go ahead and do that. It also increases our energy and damage, so that's a good thing because the damage greatly affects overall proficiency versus this one affects overall proficiency. So damage seems to be the solution here. We did complete research on this, which didn't really open up anything new, which we kind of expected. No big deal there. And I am curious what comes after this, though. So at present, I think we're still going to hold off until which machine or which thing was getting done here very shortly. This is 4 days. 4 days. 2 days. So 2 days until the railgun amps are done. Is there anything that we can do for a similar time frame? 2 for underwater battle? Yes, but no, because we can't. 8 days, 10 days, and you are 3 days, but with 100 staff, so we can't even do that in the first place. So it looks like unless we want to continue putting off the holomech, we are going to be just hanging out for right now. Now, as far as the engineering team is concerned, we do want to start pushing these out the door. So probably getting 3 of them is probably an okay thing, because they'll get done in the next day or so. So let's also add you to the board, and then we probably want to take a look at getting some armor out as well. But that's something maybe that we want to do a little bit later. Let's go ahead and add you, because we're at a point where we can actually start using our tools somewhat effectively, actually, now that, what is it, District 56 is all good. So I think that's a good spot. I think that's a really good spot to be. Yeah. I'm happy with it. This, though, 11 nests. Oh my gosh. If we're gonna do that, we have to, like, book it. Might actually be worth bringing in additional mechs for it, you know? But that is the way to get to the city, which then allows us to, you know, kind of move forward. Alternatively, we can go here, which is 170 degrees, with 11 nests. And that one has terrifying things, which we do not speak of here. Can't get that because it's a volcano. I think, let's go ahead and give this a shot. We are going to bring in a 5th mech. We'll go ahead and bring in T1S2 again. I think that's where we're gonna land right now. So this is gonna need to be fast and furious. So the big concern that I have here is if Tank gets left behind because she disobeys orders. I don't know if that's gonna be the case. We're gonna try and make it not the case, but everyone is fast, which is good. Let's go S1, S2, S3, and then Ellen on the back line here, rolling in with the tank. So it is gonna cost us 171 scalling it, and I think that's scalling it. We'll see. Yep, I believe it is. This is going to be expensive, so we're going to need to be very thought-provoking. And quite honestly, if we don't get the... Oh, here we go. Okay, this is actually perfect.
Continue.
So let's get rid of this.
New position.
Let's keep moving forward.
Slow down.
Tell you what if we drop an artillery shell here?
Artillery fire.
And do we have any on the backside? Yes, I don't think that actually does anything about it.
Continue. New position.
Keep moving, gentlemen. Do your best. And ladies.
New target.
Okay, we gotta get rid of these guys as much as possible. Or as quickly as possible, I should say. We are doing okay. Maybe this might have been more overblown than I thought, given how open it is, and the fact that we're actually starting to put together mech companies which can do some work here.
New position.
Don't get in range of that, please. Those turrets are not a good friend. Okay, I think we're in a good spot there. We can go ahead and take out this guy. And let's keep moving. I could probably make this a little bit better if we did a little bit more there, but oh, darn it. That Bruckus is going to get away. Almost, yep, it's gone. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. Let's keep moving, stay away from the swarm here. So this guy is going to be in a pretty good spot to do some damage to us, but looks like the energy shield does work. I can't necessarily tell. Oh dear. Let's get out of range of that. I do not want to start losing guys now. Is there another one? Oh, there is another one.
Continue. New position.
Okay, let's focus on taking this guy down. I guess we could artillery strike on this, but may not necessarily be relevant.
New target.
Focus on that. Perfect. All right.
Continue mission.
Let's go ahead and capture the enemy base, and we should be in a good spot. Now, we did lose one Bruckus, but other than that, I think we're in a really, really good spot. I'm happy with the solution to that. Interesting that T1S1 is just enjoying himself. He's dancing or something. Do we in fact have to kill these guys? Yeah, I think we do. So, oh, there we are.
Continue mission.
Perfect. Sorry, my watch vibrated. Who knows? All right. Excellent, excellent. I love to see it. All right, and with that, we can now move further to the south. These guys are getting to be a little bit less of a threat, which is phenomenal. Everyone gets some good experience here. Did take a little bit of damage, which I am unperturbed by, to be level with you. And we can actually move to the south here. We can actually move to the south now, since we have already captured this, which does potentially open up some other avenues here. Now, these guys still don't have the capacity to handle that just yet, but that is going to be something that we maybe bring in a... We might want to take Miner and refactor him. I don't know. Either way, let's go ahead and get the next day done, and then we will call it a day for this episode. So we have 3 new engines, 1 new piston, 1 new set of armor, as well as 1 day left on the railgun, 3 days left on the engine, and 11 days left on programming. As well, we also have 1 day left on our second urban mech, which is going to be an absolute riot. So, very excited about that. We have 1 more upgrade, which we're going to start working on here as well. We probably need to do some more components as we're running a little bit low here and we don't have any in production, but they only cost 2 days to work on, so that's kind of exciting. But other than that, that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much. If you like the content, please do consider liking and subscribing, commenting down below what you did or did not like, any tips, any, did I do it well? Did I not know something? Absolutely, I have learned so much from the comments, so thank you to everyone who has been commenting. It's been absolutely phenomenal to see how this game has kind of evolved, both in my, just to see it, and then also in my brain, because it's really, really fun. It's unlike many things that I've seen and played before, so it's a good time. But other than that, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.